Thank you. So once again, thank you so much for having me. And as Emily just mentioned, was my very first time on a plane, on the airplane, and being away from my family. But it's something that really I consider it as an eye-opening opportunity to be in the US, meeting many people in the Rotary Club, and it's just like amazing, and it's so wonderful. And every places that I've been to with meeting with people, I tell myself, I promise to myself that I'm gonna put all of that together in the PowerPoint. When I return back to my home country, I will share that with my student at Sustainable Cambodia School. So this is my journey at Sustainable Cambodia. um, Sustainable Cambodia is a NGO, as you have heard, and we have Emily, Richard Gabo here, and also Kristen who've been to Cambodia. So back to about 16 or 15 years ago, my village was the first village in the district where I live that Sustainable Cambodia implemented the program called WASH program, with the community development program that my family received the deep water well, and the my family was able to access to the clean water, and we got the biosand filter. Back then we could get the clean water, like the clean drinking water. And I experienced in my village we don't really have a deep well or access to the clean waters. Mostly my parents just asked me and my two older brother to carry the water from the ponds along the way. Sometimes we carry the water by our shoulder, and sometimes we fill the water in the water bottle and put on the back of the bicycle and along the way to our house so that we can use the water for our drinking mostly. And mostly during the rainy season, we have a water jar and like a tank that we can store, but it's not enough. It's not enough for us to use during the dry season. And my family also get the support for the vegetable, like the home gardening, which my family, they're farmers. They do the right field to support me and my four other siblings. Um, and my parents, we also got the animal pass on, which is we got the cow that my family raised the cow. And back then, as I remember, my parents had more than 10 cow so that they can raise the cow and feed the cow to support the whole family. And talking about the education that I enrolled at Sustainable Cambodia Education Program is when I was in grade six in the primary school that where I live, I sat down in the classroom and with the teacher, and then suddenly they just announced that Sustainable Cambodia outreach program have just like lunch, and they asked like if there are any students interested to attend in that English outreach program. And I raised my hand up and said yes, I will be very interested to study English. So that is the time that I know there is another language, not just a Cambodian language as a Khmer language. So it's something that really like amazed to me that this is the time that I need to like I could learn the second language, which is called English language in where we live in the very rural area in the Posat provinces in Cambodia. And I attended the school over there, and the book that I learned we call the English for Children book, like the A for apple and the B for book, something like that. And we learn about colors, animal, and the daily conversation, like how are you and what's your name and what grade are you in, something like that. And back then, in the village, we did not really get to see the international people who come from a long way from Cambodia. I mean, another side of the world. And then I remember that I saw a group called Youthling from I think from Utah, and they came into my primary school. And I remember on that day that I run to them and then say hi and then tell them quickly like my name is Sichiv and how old are you, something like that. So I don't even like when they ask me question, I remember that I was with my youngest brother who was on my hip, that I was there at the school, and then she asked me, what is your brother name? And I keep answering my name is, because I don't really know the word his. I don't know that word, but she suddenly realized that okay, I got that. Yeah, your that's your brother names. And back then that is something that really inspired me as a student in the rural area to start learning English. It's something that really tell me that Sichu, you have to learn English. That's something that told me like I have to learn English. One day I will, like, I have to be able to speak and talk and have the communication with the international people. And mostly for the international people, just like all of you that have been to Cambodia, you would notice that mostly the children, the villager, the people in Cambodia would stare at you and look at you, and just sometimes they smile because they don't really get to see you very often. And the people just feel so amazed, like, oh my God, look, people from another side of the world, and they come to visit our country. It's just so amazing for a Cambodian people to see all of that. And then I moved to the ninth grade, um as the we call the secondary school level in Cambodia. And I passed my diploma state exam. I mean, I complete my ninth grade study, and then I moved to high school. So that when my parents started to giving up, that I probably could not continue my higher education as a high school in the district where I live, because I live in a small village which is 25 kilometer or 27 kilometer away from the high school that I supposed to attend. But back then, the villager and the head village gathered all the villager, and my mother was one of them to sit down at the we call the Buddhist temple or the pagoda where the monks stay. Mostly we use that place for gathering people, and the head village invite my parents, and they were there. And then they announced that we, like Sustainable Cambodia, recruit new students, new high school students to attend in the program at KBSC. So KBSC is one of the school center at Sustainable Cambodia. So the K, B, and F and C stand for Krawang, right? Future Center. So that where I'm from. So Krawang is the name of the mountain, the area that where we live. And I attend Sustainable Cambodia when I was in grade 10, the school. And the special thing about staying at, I mean attending at the KBAC is the school offer me the place to stay, which is we call the dorm. The place like just look like you see in the photo. We have the bunk bed, the double bed. So I live back then it's over 45 students, both male and female, and we stay at a dorm. I usually went home on Saturday after lunch, and sometimes we had the Labor Day, which we work and cleaning, like do the home gardening at the dorm before we go home. And also I mostly stay at home for just for one night on the Saturday night, and then come back to school again on Sunday morning with my bicycle. And back then, where I live is far, and I mean, I had to travel across the river. There no bridge back then. We have the ferry, or we call it a boat, that I need to carry my bicycle on the boat. and then get along to cross the river to get to school. So I've been doing that for 3 years. I mean, I stay at the dorm, get education at high school for 3 years, and then I finished my high school in 2015. The things that I found really changed my life as a student, especially a female students from the very remote area, is when I attended the Sustainable Cambodia school. I got the opportunity to meet with international people. So as you can see in the photo, we have the international volunteer back then, and I stayed at the one with her. And but not only her, we have several more. And also I have a time like to practice my listening and my speaking. Even my English wasn't that good back then, but until right now, my English is not really good. My pronunciation is still challenging to understand sometimes, but I'm doing my best. And the one thing is that really make me to become who I am today is I enroll in the youth club. So youth club, it's in the form of the Rotary, or we call it Rotaract, which the high school students gathering together and come along. They spend their time during the weekend to come and working and planning to help to help the community, by providing service to help the children with the environment, hygiene and sanitation, something like that. So that really lit like we try to empower the young leader to become a real leader in the village. And then when I finished my high school, I got a 4-year university scholarship from Sustainable Cambodia. And guess what? I finally met my sponsor 2 days ago that I never met them. Even the photos, it's just so wonderful. And I'm so grateful to meet them finally here in the US. So I went to university in the town, in Posat town that where we live. I took the weekend classes for Saturday and Sunday, and I got my motorbike to get to school. And the support from Sustainable Cambodia, I would pay for the school fee, and the leftover money is to support my school uniform, and I had food at school as well. So with the 4 year study, it just completely changed my life to become who I am. I have enough knowledge and ability to work, and I'm so grateful to be right now to return to be a part of Sustainable Cambodia to help the next generation. So returning back to Sustainable Cambodia to help the next generation is one of my a strong passion to be back, and I have a strong commitment to really help the next generation because I've been through all of that and I understand completely how hard it is from the very rural area, from the village, and we all deserve better education. And this is something just for a quick explain about our Sustainable Cambodia logo. You would see the logo, we have the line, and then you would see above the line we have the seat. So that represent the seat is which is we are the seat. I mean me and other Sustainable Cambodia students, we are the seed that Sustainable Cambodia grow like plant. And then when we grow, we have fruit, we have flower, and we back to have the next generation. And that really inspire for everybody as a Sustainable Cambodian student to keep explaining that logo to the next generation. And I truly love the meaning of the logo of Sustainable Cambodia. And this is the map of Cambodia. Cambodia is a small country. So our border country. So we live like Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. So Cambodia is in the middle. And talking about the Sustainable Cambodia program, we have two active and important program we call community development program that we have the family. So we have the water and sanitation. We provide a deep well or the water well to the family so that they can access to the clean water. So during my generation, my family, as I mentioned in the beginning, that we did not have like the clean water, even for a clean drinking water, and as well as we provide the family latrine water filter, so the children and the family could have a clean drinking water. So it's good for their health. So we do not spend money for paying our health to pay for the clinic or the health center for our health treatment. And we also have the rooftop rainwater harvesting. So we provide that. So Cambodia, we have two main seasons. One is in the rainy season, which is we rain all day long. And mostly we would store the water to use during the dry season. So the rooftop rainwater is really help the family to store the water so that they can use the water during the dry season for for cooking, washing, even washing the dish, clothes, and animal. And also we have agriculture and animal pass on, which is we call a village gift. So for the family that we did the assessment, and then we found out that they would fit with the home gardening. So the community development team would provide them like a seed, tools, like gardening supply, so and provide a training to the family so that they can like understand the process of growing, and they could benefit really from the vegetable and from the home gardening that they plant it and they grow at home. They could use that for the family for food, and as well as they can sell at the market so they can make the income, which is we call the income generation, that they keep getting more and more income. And then when I mean they keep growing vegetable like more and more. And also we have the duck and chicken package for the family. We provide duck or chicken to the family so that they can raise duck or chicken. So they can use like when the duck or chicken lay the eggs. The egg is one of the food there in Cambodia, and they also can sell the chicken or duck at the market as well for the money. And we have the animal pass on, which is we provide the cow, mostly the female cow, to the family. And then when the female cow produce the offspring or the baby cow, we would pass it on to the next waiting family would benefit from that. And this is something that I would love to say that as a children, I mean as a daughter from the farming family, my parents has sold 5 cows to support me and my two older brother with education. It's something that in Cambodia we don't really have saving account, like saving money in the bank or property, or not at all. So cow is our property, when we need that for emergency medical treatment, for anything emergency, we would sell the cow to support the family. And this is the community pond. We support the community by having the pond so that every family around the pond, I mean, in the village, would benefit to the pond. And mostly during the dry season, which some family who um, nearby, I mean, they could access easily to the water, they would do the right field again as the second time in a year. So, which is something that Cambodian people are really thankful for, that they finally be able to access to the water, not only for the drinking for animal, but for the farming as well. And now we're gonna move to another program we call education program at Sustainable Cambodia. So education program at Sustainable Cambodia, we have two schools. So I just want to explain that every student who attending our school program, they must go to public school or government school. So our education program is an additional education, or we call supplementary classes, which is we help the students who may not really do well at state school to advance at state school. And for the students that are attending our program is most of them they live with their uncle, their grandparents, their parents. Mostly they divorced. They're away from home working. Some other family working in another country, Thailand, and it's just hard for the students. Well, the student they come from a very difficult family. They could not make any income, so some family would just pull the children go to work instead of sending the children to school. So that something is our strong goal and commitment to help those students who are underprivileged, who really, I mean, they deserve the better education, not just parent pull them away and get them working. So I put this picture is for the student. His name is Poli. So recently, not very recently, but back in December 2024, his parent divorced and they just left. The parent left them, and he has one little brother on his hip, and then the one little sister. So nobody gonna take care of him, and he has his auntie next door, but his auntie has her own family to taking care of. It's just hard for the students. So that is something that we help them. I mean, we support the boy. He's now attending our program. He got a bicycle. He got a uniform to come to school supply, book, pen, pencil, and everything. And the extra thing that he received from the teacher at Sustainable Cambodia is the love, care, and we care about him. We support him. We love him. So it's something that really gives the student a hope, and he feel like he belonging. He feel like everybody at the school, friends, teachers, and staff at Sustainable Cambodia, just like the second home, the parents who taking care of him. And the good news is, this morning I sent out the email from we have I think he's a Rotarian from Australia who wish to sponsor a student at Sustainable Cambodia, and I just recommend this boy and hopefully to hear from him that he would consider to sponsor this boy. And this is what we provide. So our education program, as I mentioned, is an additional to the state school classes. And we have the English class, computer class. So Khmer is the language of our Cambodian people. So we got Khmer language, and the student learn mathematics in our school as well. And we have a dancing class, which the student dress up nicely with the traditional costume, performing, dancing, and welcoming a Rotary and Rotarian who visiting our school. It's just so special for everybody, including students, teachers, staff, and all the Rotarian who were sitting there and watching them performing. It's just so special. And we have the library. So the history of the library is, our library is one of the first library in the town. So back then we opened up for everybody, parents, students from anywhere. They could come and read the book and enjoy the book that we have at the school. And this is something that important for Cambodian children. So the way Cambodian children read the book, mostly they can read, but they don't understand. They don't really understand what they like. Their comprehending skill is not really that level. So our education program is, we want the student when they read something, they understood. I mean, they understand, and then they can share that what they can learn from the book. That's something that we have been doing so far. And we have the research class. We have the Chromebook, which is the students once a week they have the time to come and look it up on another topic like ocean animal or space, about science, and something that the teacher would put it up as a topic for the student to come. And after the research hour, they would stand by in front of the class and do the presentation to everybody in the classroom. So it's a good time for everybody to look out in the world and researching all the thing that they are interested in. Mostly the student would run without shoes to the research room. They just get too excited to look up on the Google, the YouTube, and see the world. And we have the youth club. The youth club is a form that's similar to the Rotary. We have the club president, secretary, and the member. And the youth club is high school students who committed to help the community. Just like I mentioned, when I was a student, I was a youth club member. So I would say they are backbone of our school. They are really active and help not only the school but the community around the school. And one thing that I put the student council is, you know, not only for the high school students, but for the primary school student, we design like a group of the student who we try to teach them and train them that everybody have a shared responsibility in the school. So they know how to like taking care of the school. So we have a group, a student that we selected them and we vote. Everybody can vote for the student who would become a student council and join the group. And that student will be taking care of the environment, the trash in the school, and school regulation, and all of that. So it's something that we not really just wait until they move to high school to attend the youth club, to join the youth club, but we training them since they was young to experience, to have the responsibility and work and help the school. And this is about the student sponsorship. So you probably wonder that Sustainable Cambodia is a non-profit NGO. So how we can run the program at Sustainable Cambodia? So for the education program, all the funding, so we have a student sponsor, I mean the sponsorship program, which is we have the sponsor from all over the world support $300 a year to each individual students, but all the funding from each individual sponsor would be pulled together, would be run the whole education program. We pay for the building, school, supply, bicycle, basic need, health care, for everything for the student at the school. And having a sponsor, it like something so special, just like me that I've been through many years and I had a sponsor. It's just something that we feel really connected, that we feel that somebody, someone at another side of the world care about us, like thinking about us, they support us. Even we even have a chance to know each other more, seeing each other, but it's just something fit inside that really connected us. And for the student who had the sponsor, we the student and the sponsor can correspondent, they writing back and forth letter. So when the sponsor interested, I mean they wish to send some message, uh, picture about where they live, mostly they send through me, and then they're gonna print it out and hand it to the students. It's just so excited for the student to receive, to get a letter from the sponsor. Mostly they hug the letter and they smile and they just could not keep themselves by showing to everybody around them and even hang in the wall the photo or the picture from the sponsor. When they go home, they would hang it on the wall. So everybody come to their house, they would say, look, that's my sponsor. I have a sponsor in another side of the world. It's something really special for the students. And continue from the high school. After the student finish high school, we have the scholarship program, which designed to help the students who the family could not afford. I would say many students in Cambodia, when they graduated high school, the family could not afford them. I mean, could not afford the school fee for the children to get higher education at university at all. It's without the support. This is something I would love to say that without the support from my sponsor, without the support from Sustainable Cambodia, I probably could not become who I am today and speaking on the Zoom today. And even I went to several Rotary meeting, standing there and talking and represent everybody in the side of the world. I am here with everybody in my heart. I represent everybody, students, staff, teachers, Cambodian people. So I'm here with them. And it's something that really everybody really want a bright future for the student right there in Cambodia. And what they like wish for is they would get a higher education and they get a job and then they can make enough income to support themselves and their family. So that's what everybody want. And the scholarship program is the sponsor would support $500 a year. So the $500 funding would go directly to the student at university. So the student would get the money and then would pay the school fee by themselves. So it's a bit different from the sponsorship. The sponsorship funding would be pulled together to run the whole education program at Sustainable Cambodia. But for the scholarship program would go directly to the student that you sponsor. So this is all about the scholarship. And recently we restart to recall our student alumni. So I would say that this is one of the big achievement in 2024 that our team have been working and really as a former student we try to gathering everybody back to where I mean to where we're from, and the goal is we would have the next generation. And you know what we did is we had a alumni gardening. I mean we gathered together an events and we did a fundraising. I never like I can't believe that we can do the fundraising. As you know, in Cambodian we don't really have a very like a good income, but it's just from their heart, to just contribute a little bit to help the next generation. And soon we will have another event before the Khmer New Year in Cambodia on the 12th April. So, but unfortunately, I may not able to attend at the event, but we will do a short video to welcome all the alumni who would be joining us on that day. So that will be something so special. And this is all about the Rotary trip. I know Cabo and some of you have been to Cambodia. And if you wish or you're interested to learn more about our program, to see what we do and through the Rotary, so just sign up for the trip to Cambodia and see how it is. I know just hearing from me is not enough. I just like talking like all what I can cover for now, but if you visit Cambodia, you would see how it is. And yeah, so all that happened, all the achievement and everything, and I'm here today. It's because of the power of the partnership with the Rotary International. I am here today, and everybody out there, and not just only me, but everybody with all your support. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your listening. Thank you for your. I hope you enjoy this presentation. Thank you.